Hello students, welcome to the lecture on customer service, and after this lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Understand the modeling and assimilation of logistics system, explain cost-effective distribution strategies, explain the value of information in logistic, discuss e-logistic and risk pooling effect, explain international and global issues in logistic, understand the integrated functional activities in logistic, explain the role of government in international logistic and characteristic of logistic in various countries and regions. Let us first know about the customer service. Logistic customer service in the supply chain is a hotly explored issue. Companies, suppliers of products to customers have their own suppliers and sub-suppliers and often also intermediaries in the field of distribution. This means that they participate in supply chains. Example, they are not independent creators of quality in the end customer service. Hence, the quality of customer service is affected by the whole supply chain, that is the manner of logistic operation among all of its participants, including suppliers of logistic services. What is logistic? Logistic is the art and science of management, engineering and technical activities concerned with requirements, design and supplying, maintaining resources to support objectives, plans and operation. Logistic is a challenging and important activity because it serves as an integrating or boundary spanning function. Logistic is one of the spheres which still have potential as far as improving performance as concerned. There are large unused capacities in logistic processes in the range of cost reduction and quality of service. There are three major groups of logistic processes: relationship with suppliers, internal processes, and relationship with customer. It links supplier with customer and it integrates functional entities across a company. This includes several internal factors like management style, culture, human resources, facilities, and several external factors like technology, globalization, and competition. The continuous growth of importance of customer service in contemporary logistics is determined by the following factors: changes on markets and the pressure for a higher quality of services, necessity of having high levels of efficiency, gap between levels of service offered and expected by clients. Logistic approach. Logistic approach means building an innovative system of consumer requirements that has special importance in the frame of keeping strong relationship with the clients, quick response to consumer needs and reliability of services. Customer service is one of major concepts of modern logistics. It stems from the aim and principles of logistic management, which can be expressed by a well-known rule of 6R. Customer service can be considered as an ability or capability of satisfying needs and wants of customers, especially concerning time and place, with the usage of all available forms of logistic activity, that is transport, warehousing, inventory, management, packages. Quality of customer services is one of the best ways of keeping current and gaining new clients, enabling enterprises to successfully compete on very demanding domestic and foreign markets.
The logistic process has many components, from the shipper to the transportation company, then the receiver and the commodities. Finally, customer service is an essential aspect of this process. But what happens if the system goes wrong? We may have to deal with higher costs, lost business, and lost product. In the higher costs, we have the poor customer service can lead to higher costs for the shipper. For example, the transportation company doesn't advise the receivers when the truck will arrive. The truck company may incur overtime costs, which will cut into the profit on the lot. Lost business. If there is not adequate communication, the company may not win this business again. For example, the shipping line must call the shipper or receiver to inform about the status of the merchandise. Lost product. We can have products in stock that must have been already sold. The problem is even worse when these products are perishable. Customer care, supply chain, and logistic. We have to keep in mind that training customer care representative (CCRS) are important. We have to ensure accurate and timely response to customer inquiries, transparency, and efficient order tracking. Supply chain and logistics. Ensure timely production and delivery of customer orders with error-free service. Customer demand must be balanced each month, and customer-tailored service can develop customer-specific solutions. Customer service is often included in corporate mission statements. A customer might not obtain what they seek for several reasons. For example, the seller may have run out of a product due to an inaccurate forecast. Products in inventory may be unfit for sale because of damage or an expired shelf life. To avoid shortfalls or stock outs, firms carry extra inventory known as safety stock. As more customer service is provided, a firm can expect sales to increase. Firms with high customer levels may gain a competitive advantage over those that do not have the supply chain capabilities in place or the ability to manage them.
Let us now discuss how logistic system is modeled. Driven by fierce global competition, effective supply chain logistic management has become one major concern of many enterprises. This has created needs for modeling, performance analysis, and optimization tools that can help the enterprises to optimize their logistic networks and operation. Modeling logistic. Flows is good ways to really get a handle on how product really moves within your company and opportunities for standardization, integration, and automation. In general, information flows are either electronic or paper-based and can generally be characterized as being system to system, example EDI, system to person, forecast information is provided over a web application, person to system, a carrier uses a web application to enter delivery status, person to person, manual. Clearly, there may be a mix of these communication methods by trading partner, and that also needs to be understood. Simulation of logistics system. The logistics system simulation is to use computer with simulation and emulation methods to analyze and test the design, operation and performance of manufacturing, material handling and logistics solution. These techniques allow to fully understanding the complexities and nuances of a proposed material handling and logistics system. For example, the configuration of equipment and staff, layout, project planning and logistics systems designing, etc. The designing and argumentation of logistics system solution. To make material handling, logistic and distribution system planning and designing and to optimizing the solution. Manipulation, optimization, control. Optimization, accident, forecasting, etc. could be provided to increase the effectiveness of statistic analysis and to make statistician report and diagram. These would help to find a best solution through the argumentation. The designing and making of effect picture. For the new system, designing an existing system, reconstructing the emulation and simulation technique can provide client with a vivid picture of projects such as logistic distribution center. The simulation of material handling in logistics center. It is effective to make a model for logistics center to make sure the capacity of logistics center and the test the system operation. The model can be effectively used as training program and used to stimulate the operation in the material handling process for shelving system, AGV system, shuttle vehicle system, automatic sorting system, fork vehicle and crane system. The emulation and simulation technique can make a systematic statistic analysis and help to build a smooth working procedure in the logistics center. Let's now discuss the benefits of the logistics system simulation. Reducing the investment risk. The emulation and simulation allows designing the solution that best fits customers' need and reducing risk in the process. Optimizing logistics system. The emulation and simulation technique can reflect a vivid picture of project, show the productivity and capacity of production system and understand the bottleneck point, reporting the utilization rate of resource. Cost effective, avoiding the investment for building a physical testing system, reducing the designing cost, making precise calculation and testing analysis, increase the feasibility of system designing. Cost effective distribution strategies. Importance of distribution. Most producers use intermediaries to bring their products to market. They try to develop a distribution channel, marketing channel to do this. A distribution channel is a set of interdependent organizations that help make a product available for use or consumption by the consumer or business user. Channel intermediaries are firms or individuals such as wholesalers, agents, brokers, or retailers who help move a product from the producer to the consumer or business user. A company's channel decision directly affects every other marketing decision. Distribution decision can sometimes give a product distinct position in the market. The choice of retailers and other intermediaries is strongly tied to the product itself. Manufacturers select mass merchandiser to sell mid-price range product while they distribute top-of-the-line products through high-end departments and specialty stores. Function of distribution channels. Distribution channels perform a number of functions that make possible the flow of goods from the producer to the customer. These functions must be handled by someone in the channel. Channels provide time, place, and ownership utility. They make products available when, where, and in the sizes and quantities that customers want. Distribution channels provide a number of logistic or physical distribution functions that increase the efficiency of the flow of goods from producer to customer. Distribution channels create efficiency by reducing the number of transactions necessary for goods to flow from many different manufacturers to large numbers of customers. The transportation and storage of goods is another type of physical distribution function. Retailers and other channel members move the goods from the production site to other locations where they are held until they are wanted by customers. Channel intermediaries also perform a number of facilitating functions that make the purchase process easier for customers and manufacturers. Intermediaries often provide customer services such as offering credit to buyers and accepting customer returns. Channel members can provide two-way communication for manufacturers. They may supply the sales force advertising and other marketing communication necessary to inform consumer and persuade them to buy. Logistic customer service. Logistic customer service in the supply chain considerably differs from the binary relation described in the literature in which one supplier provides services to scattered recipients. Channels. A number of alternate channels of distribution may be available. Selling direct such as via mail order, internet and telephone sales. Agent who typically sells direct on behalf of the producer. Distributor, also called wholesaler, who sells to retailers. Retailer, also called dealer or reseller, who sells to end customers. Advertisement typically used for consumption goods distribution channels may not be restricted to physical products only. Transportation. The role that transportation plays in logistics system is more complex than carrying goods for the proprietors. Logistic is a universal thread of pipeline that plans and coordinates delivery of products and services to customers all over the world. Let's discuss about e-logistic. Services that address inefficiencies in the transportation industry, usually involving goods ordered online that can be delivered to the consumer in a timely and efficient manner. The service might include any of the following: order entry, order management, shipment and vehicle tracking, communication and reporting. E-logistics simply means processing necessary to transfer the goods sold over the internet to the customers. Another more sophisticated aspect is that e-logistics are a wide-ranging topic related to supply chain integration that has the effect of eliminating intermediaries such as wholesalers or retailers, and also foster the emergence of new players like logisticians, whose role is to adapt traditional logistic chains to take into account the requirements of e-business. If we look wider, e-logistic means doing e-business inside of the TLC between companies B2B and outside of it between the TLC and customer B2C over the internet. Renovated processes are the basic for implementing e-logistic through logistic processes and necessary for the result that will show improvement through the added value chain. Why use e-logistic? E-logistic is a way of increasing the variety and availability of these applications while drastically reducing the cost. E-logistic perceive information technology as an open-ended business solution, which means we can enhance services while reducing IT staffing, training and personal management costs. The e-logistic features are: every modification is logged, advanced search capabilities, reports and statistics, integration with a back office, XML exchange, clear overview of products and availability, product, publication and task management, activity planning per product, product configuration, multiple product lines, country list and price list, central management of product assortment, publishing online product information for customer, rolling demos, brochures, contract management in combination with eCRM, storage of various item-related information, manuals, license policies, workflow management for product improvement requests, complaint tracking. Let's explain about risk pooling effect. Risk pooling is an important concept in supply chain management. Risk pooling suggests that demand variability is reduced if one aggregates demand across location, because as demand is aggregated across different locations, it becomes more likely that high demand from one customer will be offset by low demand from another. This reduction in variability allows a decrease in safety stock and therefore reduces average inventory. Let's describe the three critical points to risk pooling are: centralized inventory saves safety stock and average inventory in the system. When demands from markets are negatively correlated, a higher coefficient of variation, the greater benefit obtained from centralized system, that is, the greater the benefit from risk pooling. The benefits from risk pooling depend directly on the relative market behavior. This is explained as follows. If we compare two markets and when demands from both markets are more or less than the average demands, we say that the demands from the market are positively correlated. Thus, the benefits derived from risk pooling decreases as a correlation between demands from the two markets becomes more positive. Government intergovernmental risk pools (IRPs) operate under the same general principle, except that they are made up of public entities such as government agencies. Thus, IRPs provide alternative risk financing and transfer mechanism to their members, through which particular types of risk are underwritten with contributions, premiums, with losses and expenses shared in agreed ratios. In other words, intergovernmental risk pools are a cooperative group of governmental entities joining together to finance an exposure, liability or risk. Intergovernmental risk pools may include but are not limited to authorities, joint power authorities, associations, agencies, trusts and other risk pools. Let's now talk about integrated logistics support functional activities. Integrated Logistics Support (ILS) activities start with the beginning of the program and continue until delivery of all products and services in the program scope. These activities ensure that the product will be supported in a cost-effective way throughout its life cycle by integrating customer requirements given in contracts into design and development phase of the product. Supply chain. The supply chain encompasses all activities associated with the flow and transformation of goods from the raw material stage to the end user. ILS functions. Logistics Support Analysis (LSA). Logistics support resources are defined and planned with detailed analysis. These analyses take into account customer demands, design requirements, cost effectiveness, target market values, reliability and mission readiness criteria. The activities in the frame of these analyses: identifying supportability, problems and cost drivers in the early phases of the design process and taking necessary precaution. Keeping maintenance and operation cost at minimum, identifying necessary logistics support resources, manpower, support equipment, spares etc. for system life. Developing a standardized and integrated logistics support database to integrate different logistic data sources and to make analysis results available. Maintainability engineering activities are performed based on widely accepted international military and civil specification. Qualitative maintenance analysis (QMA) scheduled maintenance analysis, reliability centered maintenance RCM, maintenance steering group 3, MSG3, graphical support analysis GSA, technical documentation production capabilities R, flight and operation manual production, maintenance manual production, interactive electronic technical manual IETM production capabilities are existed, spares production and provisioning. Services are provided in the following categories: routine, AOG, ground support and test equipment, design, production and provisioning, calibration, warranty management, product design, workmanship, material, repairable material, technical documentation, maintain or service contract activities, material production and provisioning, technical support or engineering support service, on-site technical support service, training service, performance-based logistic, PBL service, logistic availability, system readiness. Now we shall talk about role of government in international logistics. The reduction of trade barriers both on the domestic as well as international front has led to a rapid growth of the logistic market throughout the world. The boundaries have been minimized due to the advances in the modes of transportation. Logistics not only deals with delivery of goods at the right time for a right price and the right condition, but also has extended its role in globalizing the sphere of products and services. Global logistic management is considered to be highly integrated and therefore requires a thorough knowledge of materials management, custom regulation, foreign exchange, purchasing, supply chain management, and transportation and information technology. Let's talk about characteristics of logistics in various countries and regions. Logistic operation must be effective to provide the intended or expected support. Therefore, successful logistic support must be balanced between effectiveness and efficiency. Logistic operations are characterized by being able to anticipate requirements, integrate joint and multinational logistic support and improvise solution, and by being responsive and continuous. These are some important characteristics. Anticipation. To anticipate means that the corps logistic planner is proactive rather than reactive before, during and after combat operation. Corps logistic planners look at least 72 hours into the future. Redeployment and deployment. Since all corps logistic and combat operation depend on a robust infrastructure system, base development should be placed high on the force projection theater commander's priority list. A foreign country's infrastructure cannot be developed overnight to support force projection operation. Entry and combat operation. During the decisive entry and combat phases of force projection operation, the nature of engineer operation places an extraordinary burden on the logistic structure. Conflict termination, post-conflict operation, and redeployment. This phase of force projection operation is critical to ensuring victory in war and also victory in peace. Integration. Operational and tactical plans integrate all logistical support such that it creates a synergism with the combat concept of operation. Continuity. Continuity of operation is critical to success on the battlefield. Responsiveness. The structure is responsive enough to allow the commander to seize and maintain the initiative. Improvisation. Corps logistical planners attempt to push support to engineer units forward to ensure smooth combat operation. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Logistics is the art and science of management, engineering and technical activities concerned with requirement, design and supplying, maintaining resources to support objectives, plans and operation. A distribution channel is a set of interdependent organizations that help to make a product available for use or consumption by the consumer or business user. Distribution channels perform a number of functions that make possible the flow of goods from the producer to the customer. Services that address inefficiencies in the transportation industry, usually involving goods ordered online that can be delivered to the consumer in a timely and efficient manner. Integrated Logistics Support (ILS) activity starts with the beginning of the program and continue until delivery of all products and services in the program scope. The reduction of trade barriers both on the domestic as well as international front has led to a rapid growth of the logistic market throughout the world.